Hello, everyone. This is Beverly Knox Davis, and this is the A Brighter Day podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. We have a very special guest. Check us out on all of our platforms and share, because it's going to be an amazing, informational, let me just stop. Thank you. Reggie Robinson is with us here today. And oh my goodness, I just want him to share about his journey, his family, goals. Just tell us about you and how you are the person you are today.
Wow. So I am Reggie Robinson, born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Hornets. This is my favorite team besides any other sport. But I am a fun going, enjoyable person who loves his family, loves his wife, Camille, as we call her.
Yes.
My two daughters, Tasia and Trinity. And like I'm just a person who just love God, love people, and want to make a difference in every opportunity I get.
Well, you know that's too short. So
Okay,
let's go.
tell me where you want to go.
Let's go all the way back.
Okay, let's
I
go.
mean, were you the Reggie that cut up in school?
Oh, all the time, all day long. I probably can count. I can't even count. Let me just say it this way: I can't count on my hands how many whoopings I got growing up.
Ooh.
My mom was an educator, so it made it
Oh my
worse.
goodness.
My dad is a pastor and also was from the military. Was in the
Oh
military.
my
He was in the
goodness.
Air Force. I have an older brother who's like another father to me. He's 13 years older than me.
Wow.
Have a sister, Janetta, and then I also have a younger brother, Nehemiah. And then I had two siblings that passed away at when they were younger at birth. But like I have, and I'm a person who enjoy life, and I have gotten a little bit of trouble here and there in my lifetime in the school.
Oh my gosh. So, but that made you who you are.
Exactly,
I don't
100%.
know how you had an opportunity to show out. I mean, you got the
Ooh,
school teacher, the
yeah,
pastor
I
that
found
was
ways.
ex-military. Oh my Lord. So yeah, you were really testing the
Yeah, I
waters.
test the waters a lot. I think that shaped me to be who I am, though, because I in those testing moments, I actually experienced a lot of life. Um, and I've made mistakes. I think we all make
All of
mistakes.
us. Yes.
And in those mistakes, I've learned from them, and it shaped me to who I am today.
So, in that shaping of who you are
Yeah,
today, oh my gosh, let's see. Pastor, husband, father, songwriter, vocalist, author, podcast. I mean, y'all see how I just keep going. And I mean, I know he has an amazing co-partner. His wife, Miss
100%.
Camille, is the bomb.
Yes.
And I love all of their content. So tell us about all of those things that, those are your gifts that
Yeah.
God gave you. So how did it all come about?
Well, I would say, it all started in South Mecklenburg High School where I first met my wife. We met each other in high school. I'm gonna try to tell this story so she don't look at me the wrong way. But when we were growing up, we met each other. I grew up on the south side of Charlotte. She grew up on the west side of Charlotte. When they were busing schools and things of that, so we
Okay.
ended
All
up going to
right.
the same school.
Okay. I
Um,
was gonna ask, like,
yeah,
how did
yeah,
that
yeah.
happen?
So they bus from her neighborhood, and she grew up in the Lakewood neighborhood.
Okay.
And so
This
we
thing was
yeah,
God ordained.
look, God ordained it, right? And so like
Wow.
we end up at South Mech early on. I used to pick at my wife,
Oh, wow.
and we end up having great friendships later on in high school.
Okay.
Um, when my girlfriend dumped me, she was laughing at me though
Oh,
when that happened. That's my senior
okay.
year. I'm gonna throw
Okay.
that out there.
All right.
But other than that,
That
like
just adds a little
that just
spice
add a
to
little
it.
spice
Yeah,
to it.
that's all.
But we actually we didn't talk till we got to college. So
Wow.
we actually started
You
talking.
really made her
Yeah,
mad.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if it was me making her mad, but we in different paths.
Okay.
So
Got it.
she went to the A&T University,
Okay.
North Carolina A&T State
Okay.
University. I'll
Yeah,
make sure I
Will says
say that
that.
correctly.
Okay. Eagle
Uh,
pride. That's what we do.
and I went to Wingate University.
Okay.
So I went to Wingate University, played football there.
Okay.
Um, I actually learned a lot. And then in that midst of that, I want to say sophomore, junior year, we end up starting and talking and dating.
Okay.
And that's the best decision I ever made in my life.
Wow.
My life has been shaped because of my relationship with my wife.
That is so
She is the engine to motivate me to do the things that I have the gifting to do.
love that.
Sometimes, just to be totally honest, if you don't have the right partner,
Oh my
no
goodness.
matter what your ideas and your talent
Ooh,
is, it can
yes.
be a battle
Yes.
and
Always.
and all those different things. But she has supported me through all my things, situations in life. When I wanted to play sports and and I had NFL tryouts and combines and everything, she was right there by my side. When things turned and I ended up going into coaching, she was always right by my side. And then from there, like she's been that engine to continue to keep me going forward in the midst of everything we face in our own life. She is the heartbeat of my gifts. And I really mean that because like when you're like a person who has multiple different gifts, and she does too, but when you have multiple different gifts, you need someone to help you couch
Yes.
them
Very
and be
much.
able to experience it, but also grow in it.
Yes.
So when it comes to our podcast, that started from us just
Oh my
laughing
God.
and joking
Yes.
with the things that we do. And then also our Reggie and Camille show,
Yes. I
where
love
we get to laugh and joke and experience life. We believe in this principle of laugh, learn, and grow with God.
I love
So
that.
anything that we put out is about laughing, taking those moments to enjoy life, learning. That's the opportunity just to learn about all the different things that God has enabled us to do. So laugh, learn, and grow with God. When we think about that, growing with God is so important.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think this has been the shaping of all the things that we do.
Right.
And so when it's podcasting, when it is music that I get to put out, I call it message music because it's music with a
Yes.
message.
Beautiful.
And all the other things that we do is just cater to the book that we wrote from marriage,
Mm-hmm.
marriage expert, schmexpert, because
Yes,
no
that's how
one
I
is an
like to talk.
expert in marriage.
Right.
We tell our stories and our testimonies of down times and highs and lows and what you experience in life as general. Just put out a devotional as well.
Yes.
And that devotional is just to encourage people that you're not forgotten.
That's right.
I think a lot of us have moments where we feel that we've forgotten
Yeah.
and
And
just
alone.
and alone and by ourselves.
Right.
And so one of the great things about this devotional is an opportunity to actually just take a time, scan a QR code, hear a message in small bites, and then have some things to do in the week. I
Yes.
think a lot of times we hear words,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't know how to get through the days with
Right.
them and
Yeah.
how to take
Like on
small
Sunday,
steps.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You hear
Sunday is
that great
great.
message, and then Monday you're
Yeah.
like, wait, what did you say?
And what I do
What did I
Monday, what I
do?
do
How do I
Wednesday,
apply
how
that?
do I
Yeah.
apply it? And this is
Yeah.
just an opportunity for people to apply it
Okay.
in their life. And so that's just the gist of who I am.
Mhm.
I have a lot of different gifts and talents, but I want to be able to use them for
Okay.
God's glory.
And I do believe you are absolutely doing that along with your amazing wife. I see pretty much all of the
Yeah,
content,
yeah.
and it's really good and it's touching. And you don't have to be married. There are
Exactly,
pieces and
100%.
segments of it that I take away, and I'm like, man, you know what? I feel better, and I didn't have to have myself connected because I know I listen to a lot of women, and they're always like, I don't need a man. Okay, that's fine, but do you know yourself?
Yeah.
You know, and are you connected to who you are and whose you are? And a
That's
lot of
good.
times that stumps them, and you're like, you know, they don't want to hear that part.
Yeah.
But you have to take ownership in who and what you are and going forth in that. So, how did you get connected? You know, with this place I call A Brighter Day.
Yes. I got connected through a brighter day through you.
Yes. Oh my
I
gosh.
would say this. So I really love this part because I spent a lot of time in education. So 13 years I spent in education. I worked with community schools. And with community
Okay.
schools, I was able to work with a lot of different youth. And I was stationed in a great school that I love. Still today, even though I'm not there, I'm always finding ways to go back
That's
home
great.
because it's always home for me. Sedgefield Middle School.
Okay.
That
Okay.
has been my learning experience straight out of college
Mm-hmm.
from a 20 year old something person. I can't remember the exact year, how old I was when I was in Sedgefield when I first started being there. But, one of the things that I've learned is from my family, I call them family, from the kids from Southside Homes and Brook Hill. Those are my families, friends that build relationships that last a long time. But it's like been a heartbeat of who made me who I am. And it's just an opportunity just to, give back and things of that nature.
Absolutely. I know I knew a little bit of that. And I was like, wow, okay. So I'm kind of going down this same journey because where we have the Break Every Chain program is at Thomasboro Elementary, which was Thomasboro Academy now.
Yes.
But when I was there, it was Thomasboro Elementary School. And yes, I'm back serving at my elementary school. Who would have ever thought? So for us to be drawn to come back, it's something that pulls you and you feel like you want to go back and give back, maybe to do something that you knew didn't exist when you were there.
But that's what drove me to what you do, because like the connection of community and being in education, like in this, when we first met and you told me what you were doing, I was like, okay, Thomasboro, okay. I got friends that work in community school over there. But then just to hear what you were doing and how you were doing it drew me to what you were doing, because I felt the same compassion as I had for my kids at Sedgefield, and how I would go do home visits and spend time with the family, get to know the family and actually try to provide opportunities for them. That is what drew me to what you're doing, because I love that about what you're doing, because I think too often, so many people are self-serving.
Right.
And they don't have that heartbeat to serve others.
That's right.
And what you learn and what you get from serving others is so huge. Is it tiresome sometimes? Yes.
Very much.
Is it humbling? Yes. But is it an opportunity to grow with people? That's the part that I love about it, that you get to connect with people and you get to learn so much.
Absolutely.
I've learned so much from the people that I've get to, be involved in their lives. And I say get to be involved because a lot of times it's an opportunity for them to invite you in. Right. And so like you do an amazing job with this ministry, and that's what drove me to everything that you're doing.
Wow. I know on Sunday, Pastor Jay said something, and I noticed that there was a heart on I got a tag, and it was you. And I picked one thing out of his entire message. You should be where it is that your gifts are. That's where 100%. You should be. And giving of yourself back to what God told you to do.
Yeah.
And, I've had lots of conversations with him about this, but, a lot of times people think that it should be where you should be doing maybe what they think you should be doing. But you've stayed true. You and your beautiful wife, you stay true to what it is that God called y'all to do.
Yeah.
And it's so unique. And I love it because I was like, man, now they got this clothing line. I love that. I was one of the first people online.
Yes.
No, I want that one right there. Size medium, please. And then just all of the content and everything. How do you stay true to what God called you to do and you walk in that?
I think it's all about the conversations and the people you have that hold you accountable. Like I have two beautiful daughters who, to me, mean a lot to me, and I want to show them how to use your gifts. So I have to always be intentional in my own brain about like, what am I doing to show them what they need to know? And then also, I have a great wife who's always like, hey, look, what did you say you want to do? What are we going to do? We always have times when we discuss things. We discuss what is on our minds, what's our goals, what's our plans.
Communication is key.
My wife has great gifts. Us starting to do certain things was built off of what she's already had. Okay. My wife has a mass communications degree, specializing in broadcast production and journalism. Okay. I had to put this out.
Right now.
I got to be able to say it right. But what my wife's gift was, she first started her own entrepreneurship when she had her own business. Okay. And she did videography. Mm-hmm. And so that was the first time I got to tap in and learn from her. Okay. Guys, you can learn from your wives. 100%.
Y'all hear this, right?
Being totally honest.
My God.
Because of what she's had, the skills she had allowed me to align in with what she was doing. And by learning from her, I was able to learn new skills that I did not have. And she would utilize her skills to even help me in the school system to put the message out of what I was doing within the school.
Okay.
And so those things help us to start trying to navigate and build our gifts together.
Okay.
We have always worked together. We used to work at a sporting goods store. I would not say the name. It has green colors, but you probably can figure it out. But that's the first place we actually worked together. And so we've always worked together in our whole relationship.
Okay.
And so being able to do that has allowed us to say, okay, what's your gifts? What's my gifts? How do we marry our gifts to make sure that we put it out there for each other? She has a movie coming out soon. Production she's doing. Shout out to her for that. Okay. But all the different things is us actually putting our gifts and our brains together to make sure we do it.
Wow. That, I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it. And the fact that you all are blessing so many people. And then you can sing. he can sing, y'all. And then I see how there's so many that are drawn to you, and then they allow their gifts to come out because maybe they're sitting at the back of the church.
Yeah.
I know I can sing a little bit. And then somehow you're able to just pull them right up on the stage, and then it's like, wow, they can really sing. What do you think that is? How do you go about, identifying talent and then being able to bring it forth?
I would say first, it takes a village to do this. I think one thing that we have instilled in the church through the praise and worship ministry is having moments where the whole congregation sings. Yes. There's this thing called neuroplasticity. And that it talks about how the brain functions and how like repetition allows you to lock in on things and it helps people grow. I found that to be when you have those time periods where it's repetition over and over again, and when you stop the music for a moment to hear, everyone sounds so beautiful in the congregation. Really yes. And it also lands with them well. And so in those moments, sometimes I'm very intentional about hearing voices. And when I hear those voices, either me or other members of the team, like Jada has done this plenty of times, and other members have been like, oh, did you hear this person's voice? They really can sing. And I feel like some of that's drawn through that, but some of it is drawn through intentionality of being honoring God. And when you make space where people can honor God in their own way, that's right. Those gifts that they have, they're more drawn to using them. That's right. And I think a lot of times there have been barriers in churches where they're not have opportunities where people can use their gifts. Right. And so people are hesitant of using them.
That's true. And that's what, one of the first questions, like, are you a church? No, we are not a church, but you are the church.
100%.
And they're like, huh? I just mess people up with that all the time. I said, come hang out here, come volunteer. Yeah. I'll talk to you about it a little bit. But knowing that the church lives within you.
100%.
And it doesn't matter, where you are, you should always have that reflecting just so bright that people just are drawn to you. Even people that are evil, Yes. I was like, you're going to be changed when you come around here trying to bring all of that. But, just in this walk and understanding that, I've been called outside of the walls of a church. Some people don't understand that. And you were one of the first people that just said, sis, I get it. And honestly, that's what I want to be doing, outside, just reaching the people. I know hurt souls come to the church and they need, but there's so many that don't take that walk to come to the church. Yeah. So I've had to explain that to people. They're like, well, if you're not a church, then what are you? And I said, well, how much time you got? Just to be able to explain what God has called me to do. And it may look different than other things, but that's okay. Because I've always walked in a path that was a little bit different from everyone else. Even at North Carolina Central University. Yeah. Just, you got to stand out. Yeah. So how do you have standout moments that draws people to you?
I think that's the biggest thing is just being yourself and being intentional. Like even, like you said, we are the church. I take that sentiment everywhere I go. Oh my gosh, yes. Even on my job, I'm trying to find moments where I can encourage somebody. I'm always trying to find moments where I can draw them to Christ. So I think this being intentional by the way I live, the way we even when we make mistakes, how we recover. because we all deny. I think sometimes the church has been given a purity complex to where people think that everything in the church has to be perfect. And so we are human beings who represent Christ in every aspect of our lives.
Absolutely.
And so to me, the church is the moment to celebrate together, whether it's on a Sunday or a Saturday. It's a moment to celebrate.
That's right.
But the work you do
Yeah.
of being the church is during the
every
week.
day.
It's every day. Like, it's just a celebration is on the Sunday.
Absolutely.
And so, like, that's what always has been made me a different person, because I've always seen it as an opportunity to help people grow Monday through Saturday.
Wow.
Like, how can I help somebody grow today? Matter of fact, how can I help myself grow today? So then when I give support for somebody else, they can see the change that God has made in my own life.
I love that.
Because there's been plenty of times like I've made mistakes here and there. Like I said, growing up, I got a lot of whoopings here and there. But great friends of mine, when they come to me and say, Reggie, man, you from high school to now, you look totally different. That's amazing to me. That means I did something to encourage them along the way.
Well, honestly, for me, there was a time that I didn't think even having another conversation with you was going to be possible. Your journey to me has just blessed my soul. And even the day that I knew Pastor Jay was going to the hospital, and he just looked like the saddest person, and I could just feel it. And I had the whole Sunday school lesson all planned out and everything. And I said, you know what? Today, we're going to make cards for Pastor Reggie. And I want everybody to just make sure that we are encouraging him to get well. And then when Pastor Jay came in, he saw all the cards. And it was one of those moments where he's like, this is what y'all were doing in here today? I said, that's where my heart was led, because I feel like through the power of us praying over these cards and these babies taking the time to make a card to give to him, he's going to be all right. That's it. It's just going to be all right. And I went about cleaning up, and he sat down on the couch and was just looking at me, had just the strangest look on his face. I'd never seen him like that. And I just said, we're just going to keep praying. And to have you here today, my God, there is a God, y'all. And he's amazing, and he's wonderful, and you are walking, living. Anytime I get discouraged, I pull your picture up, and I was like, look, he is living his life with his beautiful family, and God is real. And there are days that, you get tired and you don't want to go, and you just get so bogged down. But then you're here after all that you've been through from a health perspective. So keep telling your story.
Yeah.
Keep being encouraging. Before we go, I do have to understand the name of you all's business at this
Okay.
Please explain.
Oh, you about to make me cry. Think about them kids though. Like, I still remember those cards, and I appreciate you for that.
Oh my gosh, being obedient. Even what we do here is all in obedience. So I will forever thank you. You gave me another
Thank you.
opportunity to just show God's face. You're here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I appreciate God giving me extra time. I think that's so important.
Yeah.
To answer your question, 2XB. 2XB, it stands for us, twice born. And when I think about my own story, like now it hits even harder. That not only is it the moment of celebrating salvation, that Nicodemus was like, hey, God, Jesus, how do you born?
Yeah.
Can you be born again? Like, how? Can I go back in my mother's womb? Like, what does that really mean?
What does it mean?
And so for us, we wanted to give life to everyone to know that, you can be reborn again. And God can do new things through you. And even in my own life, I've experienced the hand of his mercy and his grace, even twice, having a liver transplant twice.
Wow.
And so now when I just said that, it just resonates even more. But it's Twice Born LLC, and that's our purpose and our mission is just to give people Jesus. Period. Point blank. Give them Jesus Christ so they know who he is, how he can change lives, and our testimony is a part of that life transformation.
Wow. And I saw you guys did an infomercial.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really good.
yeah,
So tell them all, as we wrap up, tell
yeah.
them all about it.
Yeah, so what we're doing right now when it comes to 2XB, if you want to find more about our ministry and what we do to make a difference in the lives of others, all you have to do is go 2xbpros.com, 2xbpros.com. You'll find out a lot of information about all the different things we do, from the Random Reggie podcast that I put on myself to also all the great things my wife is about to release, all the things that we do together with the Reggie and Camille show, and much more. Like, it's great one-stop shop, so you can get a lot of great information about how God can use you and how you can laugh, learn, and grow with God in every aspect of your life. Also, if you want to follow us, you can follow us on Facebook under Reggie and Camille Show. If you want to follow me on Facebook, all you have to do is go to Reggie Robinson 773. That's where you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twice Born Reg, and then also other places that you can just learn more about us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And to your beautiful family, I thank them as well. They got you here today.
Yes, yes, yes.
So again, all just another wonderful opportunity to learn about those that are connected here at A Brighter Day Outreach. Please check us out on all platforms, and of course, donate, donate, donate. We need your help here on so many levels. So once you go to our website at www.abrighterdayOutreach.org, you'll see all of the ways that you can give, either financially or of yourself. So thank you all again so much, and we'll see you soon.